Ah, hello, everybody. Happy birthday to you all. Happy birthday to Pack Nation. Um, I hope everybody's doing good. I'm super excited to be here. It's a first live for a very long time. Anyway, sorry. I apologize if I coughing a lot today. You won't believe what happened. So we had some guests that came over, and they came over from very far away, and they had a daughter, so they were having a play date, and we went outside because the weather is beautiful outside. And just as we go outside, I guess everybody were doing their yard cleanup, and so all the leaves got up, and I got a bunch of allergen. So my throat has been on fire ever since we came back. So apology if I have a cough. Let me just acknowledge everybody who's here. Kitty Diddy too. Kitty Diddy too. Hi Paula. Hi Christine. Hello Tina. So look, first and foremost, the most important thing is that we made it into 1 year. Today, we are going to go through a little bit of memory lane and revisit a few moments of this journey. But of course, for the simplicity of content creation, all right, for those who are rewatching or those strangers who happen to come across this video, press like, subscribe if you haven't done so. I hope you're going to enjoy this show. I hope you're going to enjoy past content, new content, all that good stuff. And if you want to do more, you have options in the description below. Pick the one that fits you best. I will always suggest a membership program because it is the easiest and the most affordable way to support the channel. But just by you watching from start to finish helps me a ton. All right. So I remember the very first thing that got Pac Nation onto the map, so to speak, is of course Darrell Brooks, right? And oh Darrell. First let's play this video. Let's go ahead and play this video. And oh, look at that. Look at that. I remember that day perfectly. I remember exactly that specific morning. Oh my God. All right. Let's press play.
Darrell Brooks was found guilty recently of murdering, unfortunately, 6 people. Among the victims was a 10-year-old boy. Now, the reason why the case has blown up nationally is not necessarily because he's a murderer. It's because of the full frontal display of his narcissistic behavior and his utter lack of ability to claim any form of responsibility despite the gravity and the severity of the crime. Now, I am not a psychologist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, I'm none of that. But I am a survivor of a narcissistic parent. And I'm going to share with you key moments in this trial, in this entire case, that resonates with me. And from my point of view, I'm going to share with you what Darrell Brooks could or most likely would have been thinking at that moment, and what decisions, what could have triggered his series of actions up to the point of his guilty verdict. It's going to be fascinating. So tag along, get into a window of what goes on in the mind of a narcissistic. Again, from my point of view of a survivor of a narcissistic parent.
Oh my God. First of all, can you believe this was literally, yeah, it was a year ago. Oh my God, it looks so different. Sleep deprivation, honey. Damn. But look, there was the white walls. It was a complete different journey. Look, that particular day, I remember like it was butter. The kid was already born and she slept most of the time. And the issue is that Darrell Brooks at the time, the trial, was my entertainment. It was my escape. I wasn't working full time because it was a downturn in the industry. COVID people were kind of just figuring out COVID, so I didn't have a lot of work. Um, and you know, I was being therapized because I was having I had a mental incident maybe a few months before. And part of my exercise of being therapized was to try to go back to some sort of normalcy of who I was. And that particular morning, I went and I exercised. And here, just to bring this back, just so like that particular morning, I went and I exercised, and I came back and I took a shower. I wear this stupid yellow turtleneck, and Christopher, and then I sat down and turned the Brooks on, and Chris was like, "Why are you watching this man again?" And I said, "Come here, have a seat, look at the TV, okay?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I can see why." And that eventually led to me going downstairs in the studio and making this video. Heavily edited. You have no idea, because I was tired. I was screaming and shouting. I had no idea. Heavily edited to make it look as presentable as possible. But that was back in the day. It's not the case anymore. Let me acknowledge again the new guys here that I do see. Hi, Little Piece. Sorry. Hi, Little Piece. Hello, Christine. Hello again. Yeah. Christine, by the way, based on what we discussed, I don't know when you want to have that conversation. We can have it at the end. But you let me know if you want to have it privately, if you want to have it in the public, but it's totally up to you. I just put you on the spot. Sorry about that. Anyway, there's another part of this video that I do want to show you on the first video, the very first DrBFF video, and it's at 36:53. Give me a second. 36:53. I hope everybody's Friday was doing good. Oh boy. Can you believe it's Friday? Can you believe it? Where's the time going? It's ridiculous. Anyway, so let's go ahead. Let's watch the second part.
Similarity of his closing statement to his opening statements, and the same strategy he's using, again, to enchant the jury with how emotional he is. And it's not about the fact, but it's about me. Okay, no, look.
Color of law. The fact of the matter is, just like I did with my opening statements, I don't have a well-prepared or rehearsed speech.
Heard that before.
I didn't look in the mirror and say certain points to myself over and over again to make sure I have them right or anything like that. I've chosen to speak from the heart in my opening statements, and now I'm going to speak from the heart.
I'm going to fast forward just a little bit.
It's a little emotional. I apologize for the long pause.
Because he's searching for that little child to come up and cry again.
Okay.
That's why it's a long pause. He's looking for that little child. He's like, come on, little kid, get over here. I need to cry.
Get out of here. I need to cry.
It's hard to keep everything together emotionally.
It's not.
And honestly, I don't believe that I have any more tears left.
Because the child didn't show up.
Okay.
The child was like, no, I'm staying inside.
Families.
Okay. And so I played this part. I'll tell you why I played this part, because it was very nostalgic to see how really how like it I haven't changed really. Even at the very first beginning, I've always been me, which is good. Sometimes, when you look back, you're trying to see if, because this first video was heavily edited. You have no idea how much screaming, shouting I did, how much buffoonery I was performing, and I wasn't sure even if I was even allowed to show any of that, how much cursing I did. It was heavy edited. And so it was really good to see and refresh a little bit. So let me address a little bit on the comments. You're welcome, Christine. I'll be waiting for the email. Yes, it really was a great thing. Absolutely. Yeah, so the time was 7:30 Eastern time. I think I put Eastern. I hope I did. Yeah, I hope I did. But from that first video, it progressed and it went. I'll tell you a secret. It took me a few days before I went back. And because, I have some friends who were subscribed, and they're the one who told me, I was like, no, your video is getting some views. And I was like, really? And it took me like, I think a few days, like a week. I don't remember exactly, but it wasn't right away, because my therapeutic exercise was just to post my thoughts and just move on. And so that's what I just did. And when I came back and I was like, oh crap. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. And it was, I remember again, we were at home and I was laughing because I was telling Chris, I was like, people didn't mind my stupidity, you know? And which was very refreshing because that was one of my insecurity points is how fast my mind runs, how sometimes I speak faster than I think. You know, I try not to offend anybody, but sometimes I can't help it. I blurb a lot of stuff. So it was really cool to be like, all right, nobody is suing me yet. This is great. So the next video that came, and we're gonna check it out right now, is it kind of allowed me to explore a little bit when it came to Daryl Brook. But the one specific moment that was the most enjoyable moment of the entire Daryl Brook series that I did. And check this out. Oh my God. It really was a good time, I do have to admit.
Look, even the girl was like, yo, what an idiot. Like, what idiot? And he's like, oh, yeah, totally. Look. And then he goes, watch this. Are you ready? Well, let's watch.
You see exhibit number 120 on the screen in front of you?
Yes.
You see the person who appears to be behind the driver's wheel of the red SUV in that picture?
Objection. What is the relevancy?
What is the relevancy?
Yes.
How would you describe the color of the shirt that person's wearing?
Light gray or white?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. You know he saw this and he was like, this right here, checkmate.
Checkmate, darling.
Overruled.
It was absolutely one of the best moments in the entire Daryl Brook trial, at least for me, because it was like he had it all figured out. And as soon as someone was like, no, it's you, and clearly it's you, his whole thing kind of fell apart. It was, I laughed so hard. Even after the video was done, this was actually one of my happiest moments one of the Daryl Brook trial, because I was just like, what's the relevancy? It's you. It's you, you know. Let's go to Christine. Yes, and also originally Pact Nation was not Pact Nation. I think it was Pact Realty. And why it was called Realty is because Pact Management is my managing company, and originally this channel was a finance channel and stuff like that. And no, this crime situation happened to really fall by a pleasant surprise and mistake. And it was us going back and forth to figure out who we're going to be, and we decided on Pact Nation. How cool is that? I remember that too, Christine. That's right. It's you know, there's a moral, a really quick moral about this small moment that we're having right now is that, you know, sometimes life moves life moves very fast. It moves very fast. And you know, it's important to take a moment and just somewhat look back a little bit and then enjoy the crumbs. And I say crumbs because it could be many, many, many things. Just sit back and look at it and enjoy it for what it is, what it was, and what it's going to be. Just simmer and sniff, sniff the smoke, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, and it's true, Lucy. Look, Daryl Brook was always playing checkers while everyone else was playing chess. That's very true. It's very true. But you know, because Daryl Brooks is not smart, and I've always called narcissistic people extremely dangerous, because if you fall on one of them who's smart, it's bad, because they have the ability and the emotional intelligence and the smarts. And I say that because you guys haven't really dealt with my dad. My dad is extremely smart, and I've stopped sharing it, but the battle with my mom is still ongoing. There's so many more updates, and he's putting some very smart move that we're not really seeing. And so, oh my God. But speaking of my father, eventually, a lot of the comments in the question came about as to who are you, Alistair? And how can you sit there on 2 feet and claim that you know this and you know that? And, you know, I was like, oh, yeah, good point. Well, let me share a little bit of who I am, because that's exactly what I did. And this video is twofold because, well, let's just press play and then I'll tell you.
And then I opened the door and my father was punching her. She was on the bed and he was punching her in the face. And so of course, there's a shock. My sister, you know, also heard the same screech. It's so funny how she also showed up. And my sister cries and she runs over and shields my mom. She runs like my father is on top of her, right? And she runs like right on top and she shields my mom from the punches. And she's screaming, "Stop, stop." And I was frozen. I didn't move. I just stared. And you know, I had this stupid sweater and my underwear and barefoot. I mean, I was sleeping. And my father got up. My mom is like, "I'm so sick of you screaming." And I remember she said, she's like, "Do you think you could come here and beat me? You can come here and beat me and I'm just going to seek you and take it? Who do you think you are?" And she said, like, "Enough. That's enough." And she told my sister, my Paula, "Get off me. Get off me." And my sister was like, "No, mommy, no, 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 no." And my sister was older than me. My sister's 2 years older.
Yeah. So, okay, I didn't expect to shed some tears. Look at that. Yeah. So this was the first story I shared with a lot of you about how the trauma that I went through is what allowed me to be able to sniff them out. I'm so sensitive to people who are narcissistic. It's almost second nature to me. And the silver lining of this is it's helped me a lot in my career because I make a living out of guessing people's intention. I can guess very intricately and accurately because I've had to be watchful all my young life. So I just got very emotional there because my sister that I pointed out, it's my sister now like this, you know, and we are one and the same and we are together. I mean, I stand on my own 2 feet, but you know, I know our history, right? So going back to when we were kids, because she's older than me and she protected me, even though she was just a young girl, but she protected me, including my mom. And despite the trauma and all that stuff, my mom was a fighter. She didn't mess. And a lot of her attitude, her personality, fortunately, I got it. Yeah, but in the same breath, this story was the first time where I started to see a negative side to sharing too much. Because even though I got some good feedback from this story, here, just so people know what I'm talking about. Even though I got a good feedback from this story, there was also some negative feedback. I know, believe it or not, but people were kind of like, I don't know, what is this? What is this? What's going on? I don't want to hear about this. What's wrong with that? And so that hit me in the head because then I realized that even though I was being therapized, that maybe I'm not quite there yet to be able to handle these kind of critiques. And it changed my strategy. And I'll tell you more. Let's get to the comments, but I'll tell you more in a little bit. Let's see. So okay, yeah. So Christine says, real life, that's why you can talk about it. Very, very true. Katie did it too. Katie did it too. I've witnessed stuff like home and it is scary. Yeah. Tina says, the best part of past year has been your Let's Talk. Oh, thank you. I love listening to your stories and know more about you. Oh, thank you, Tina. You know, I was feeling a little insecure about the Let's Talk because I was like, right now my life is about the kid. You have no idea how like Olympia is just, I joke because I watch anime and I joke about how Olympia is like the final boss in the game, and she's just like just taking everything and winning. So Olympia is just sucking everything out of us. Alistair seems to be unavailable. I hope everything is okay on the home front. Alistair seems to be unavailable at the moment. Oh, what do you mean by that, Paula? Unavailable in what way? Please elaborate. Well, maybe she did. If nothing else, we can use this time to let him know how much we appreciate this group and also the shit from our humor, sweetness, insight, and humor. Oh, thank you. You know, the format, the format, the format, it's very similar to the very first video that I did. And so when I do my operating floor, and I think I mentioned to some of you that just like when you write a speech, you try to put the most important things at the top, and then as you go down, you kind of get loose a little bit. So I do think about the format of how I deliver stuff. So it's precise, concise, and maybe entertaining, but it's not the priority. It's more in order of importance. So thanks for picking that up, because I've always wondered, people notice. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, you too. My insight, yes. You know, I'm only 38 years old, and it's funny because I am also a behavior change specialist, certified. And one of the comments one of my clients said to me, said, and I've been since 29 years old, and he said, "Who the hell do you too?" Like, because he was older, he was like, "Who the hell do you think you are, a kid, telling me how to live my life?" And it's funny because people don't think. No, yeah, I do. I've lived long. Thank you, Katie. Thank you. You know, thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Paula. Thank you a ton. Yeah, sorry. Look at all the trials represented in this banner. I came along and on the Darrell Brooks trial with Daddy Bailiff. It's been quite a ride since, and all the work of editing from Alistair. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you. It is a lot of work. Thank you. And I've made it easier for me, and I appreciate that you guys accepted the fact that I'm a mess. So thank you for allowing me to be to not be embarrassed of, I guess, myself, so to speak, you know. But on a lighter note, we're going to go to another criminal, and that is Chandler Halderson. So when I dabbled into Darrell Brooks, and I was like, okay, fine, who else is an idiot? And so, you know, a lot of you guys at the time were saying, check out Chandler, check out Chandler. I was like, okay, I checked out Chandler. And so I had no idea who the hell he was. And so let's go and check Chandler Halderson out. Oh my God, Alistair.
And you'll hear from the Detective Brett Baverstock, who was out there. And he'll tell you that his eyes kind of shifted up and he saw vultures. And I promise the photos are only going to go this far for right now. But the police walked about 20 yards into the woods, and in that pile of debris, under dozens of sticks, bushes, and dirt, they found Bart Holders.
What? Chandler? Chandler? What the hell? What the hell is that? By the way, good job, vultures. Your eyesight is unmatched. What? You saw this from up there? Listen. Listen.
Oh my God, Alistair.
I don't even know where to start. Chandler kills his parents. Obviously, chops him up because it's a dead body in the car, right? So obviously, look. Obviously, they chopped up the parents. The dad. That's Bart. Bart is a dad. Bart is a dad. Chopped him off. Put it in the car. Drive over to this. I'm going to call that person stranger. Okay, no, it's not a stranger, but it's not related. It's someone not related to the family, and drops off the dead body in somebody else's property. What?
Yeah.
As I'm telling you this, right, you know what goes through my mind? It's the entire process. Mom, Dad, hi. Chop, 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 chop. Pick up the arms, plastic bag. Head, plastic bag. Like, think about that process. Then you make a knot. You put it over your shoulder. Think about that. And in that, it's not like Legos and stuff. It's your parents.
Oh my God, Alistair.
Okay, fine. You walk down the stairs, thump in the car, boom, boom, close the door, put the key in, drive all the way through someone else, and then thump, put it down there. Bye, Dad. That is beyond mental. Honestly, wow. Wow.
Okay.
That
I remember that particular day when I put this together. When I first saw that part for the first time, I remember being like, what kind of monster is this? That's insane. And yeah, all this stuff went through my mind as the prosecution was painting the picture of Chandler Hallison. I was like, what? First of all, this is why I can't be a criminal. It's too much work. Do you know how much work that was? Way too much work to kill someone and dismember it and then get rid of it. Who has time for that? I'm exhausted just thinking about the thought of even driving you somewhere. Then I have to kill you, chop you, put you in a bag, drive you, dispose of you, wait for the vultures. I can't even breathe. But yeah, it was complete ridiculousness. And that was the first time where I was introduced to how crazy the world of criminals are. And this is also the first time where I started to realize that my mental health started to decline a little bit from watching so many criminals. Because before I do a video, I try to get the gist of it because I need to make an operating flow. So I need to understand, what state, what county, I need to understand the basics. I try not to dive too much into it, and I create a skeleton, as I call it. And that's the operating flow to guide my thoughts. And I try not to get too much information because I want to have some authenticity. But then sometimes you just can't help it. You go, oh, wait, what happened next? What happened next? Sorry. And it's in that process, it's like, what the hell? It's starting to affect me mentally. And I remember Chandler Haldison was the catalyst that really made it very difficult to process true crime because I had to create more content and I had to study more. Work was not heavy at the time, but a lot of the stuff I was watching throughout the day was just criminals and their criminalities. And over time, I became a little bit angry, or if not angry, more emotionally unstable, so to speak, like easily triggered, so to speak. And the thing that made me realize that when Christopher told me, he said, we were in the kitchen and I was talking all the time about these murders. He's like, can we talk about something else? And I was like, oh yeah, of course, you're right. And I was like, do I talk about? He's like, yeah, you do. I was like, oh crap. All right, let's talk about the weather. Yeah. But let's go for the Katie did it too. Thank you, Katie. It's very difficult. My condition prevents me from being. I cannot be somebody else for too long because I do have to put on a mask in front of corporate people, but it's only for a few hours and then I'm out. But doing it consistently is too exhausting. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I mess up all the time. Yes, thank you. Paula. Paula says, agree, Lucy. We are burdened by enchanted with morbid curiosity. I think we are all a little bit enchanted. That's true. Yeah, otherwise we wouldn't like it. I know the background changed a lot, right? I still haven't quite figured out how to make the brightness of these, because then you can't really see what's behind fully because it's so bright. But I haven't figured out how to make the brightness not as heavy. Chop. I know. Look at that. Thank you, Atantina. Kohone, congratulations. Thanks a million for being you. It's truly a great channel. Thank you so much. I love you, Daddy. Your daddy stories. It's cute. Oh, thank you. You wear well. Yeah. Share. Cheers. Oh, thank you. A limited anniversary for you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I am a dad. We had friends that they Christopher's college friends, and they came to visit. They came from Florida. They took the airplane, rented a car, and drove over to spend the afternoon because they have a daughter. To spend the afternoon with Olympia, and so have a play date. And then they left, I would say, a few hours before 7:30, and they went to their families. But we were just discussing, and nobody drank because we had kids, so we were all sober. But it was funny because it was a social gathering, and we were like, so tired. I know, We had a good time. We didn't drink at all. And it was all about the kids. And, they're doctors, by the way, and they have their own practice. And I remember saying to them, and, when you have your own practice, not only are you the CEO or whatever, but you have to deal with patients. So it's double the amount of work than a regular business owner. So I said to them, how do you do it? Because you have your kid, then patients call you at 7 a.m., 2 a.m. That's what it is to have your own practice. And they look at me and they say, we'll deal with it. When she goes to school, and I was like, oh my God, congratulations. Oh, baby stuff. But anyway, let's continue and move along. This part is, oh, what a mess. So this is about Shanquella Robinson. And I'll tell you the backstory of this particular video, because this is where the connection between my mental state and the stories that I cover, I had to actually take active action to make sure I don't go out of rails. So let's press play.
Biggest fear: sexual assault, femicide,
Yeah.
abuse. Listen to me very carefully, because I'm not trying to be funny here. It's a statistical situation of when, not if. I want you to be very clear with that. It's a statistical situation of when, not if.
Yeah. So I became very sensitive when, because ever since I was a kid, I became very, very sensitive, like emotionally vulnerable, almost like constantly. And Shanquella Robinson, which is the girl who went on a friend weekend and she got beat to death pretty much. That sent chills down my spine, because at the time, of course, there was some sleep deprivation, and Olympia was sick. Olympia had some health issues. It's gone now, but at the time she was having health issues. And I remember saying to myself, like, oh my God, like I have to deal with the chronic health issues right now. And then I have to deal with that, and then that, and then that. And then when I read about Shanquella Robinson's story, I was like, oh, darn it. And that too, right? And so this particular video, when I went upstairs, and I was very sad. And Chris was like, you need to take a break, because this is not okay. And so you may not know that, but at that moment, I took a break from posting. I took a week or whatnot, and just to get my mind together. So let's go into the comments here. Dr. Bailiff, yeah. Do you remember when I put that together? Dr. Bailiff. Though there was a reason behind that. It was a legal reason behind that. Christine, I just saw it. Christine said, outside, watch the replay. Okay, thank you, Christine. I have a family pulling up. Say hi to your family. Got to spend time with them. Absolutely. Night to all. Be safe and careful. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Happy Thanksgiving to you all, of course. Have a good night. Dr. Bailiff. So the reason why, and I think I can tell you that now, is when at the beginning of the channel, I had a lawyer and I had to consult the lawyer. But okay, can you give me some tips I don't want to be sued. I got too much to lose. And so she gave me some tips and stuff like that. So when Dr. Bailiff, when Mr. Bailiff came about, and I'm going to speak in code because I still don't want to say so much. But when Dr. Bailiff came about, the lawyer said very specifically, you got to be careful that nobody can directly trace to this particular person. So you know who that person is, but I can argue in court that I don't know what you meant. So it's important for me to do that so that I don't get in trouble, and that's why Bailiff came about. Yeah, it was the lawyer's idea. Damn it, those lawyers, they're so smart. They really are smart. Don't mess with lawyers. It's almost like it's such an unfair advantage when you're a lawyer, because you have all the details, and it's I don't know. I just think it's unfair. You know, I want to go to law school just for fun, just so I could be like, that's not true. You can't do this ever. And you're like, why? Because I know the law. Anyway, check this next part off. Check this next part. Oh my God, Alistair. You're so funny.
She doesn't want you to forget it. It was just a game. That's 5 times. Oh, Sarah.
All right, I understand. Right, okay.
Horrible. This is horrific.
Sorry. I'm sorry. This is horrible. This is horrific. I feel like she used the wrong adjective. And she was like, oh, crap. No, not horrible. It's horrific. Sarah? What? So this is a concerned person?
What happened? Like, what happened?
Girl, you put him in a suitcase. You zipped it up. And you went to bed.
Okay.
Girl.
I know.
So why is she focusing on what happened at this moment? She's trying to sell the story again. I don't know. So she insinuating the I don't know now 4 times.
Yeah. I'm so nosy. So yeah, this was Sarabun. This is when I was introduced to Sarabun, and it's such a comical case. And the reason why I get so giggly and comical when I get to Sarabun is because it's so ridiculous to me that she believes that she did nothing wrong, where like it's like literally the writing on the wall. And she does a good job at acting all of this out. I forgot who got me into Sarabun. I want to say it's my Sarabun spy. I'm being very confidential with my special information because I'm a journalist. I have special information. I have a Sarabun spy. Wink, wink. You know, and I have to protect the identity of my spy. Otherwise, that's not a spy. Wink, wink. Anyway, I'm such an idiot. Oh my God. But I have a question for you guys. The first question is, what was your favorite moment of this year so far, of all the content I've made? I know it's very broad. I'll just pick one. I know a lot of you said it's a let's talk, but it's something specific that you go, wow, that was really hilarious. Oh my God, like this and this and that. Just so I have like an idea-ish, if you know what I mean. Oh, hi, Essay. Sorry. Hi, Essay. Yes, let me tell you something. Yeah, the live, look, I think I was speaking to Beefy about that, about how you know, originally I'm a system person. I've built systems. I am great at systems. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. But to create a system, you have to have data and predictability and consistency. And which, having a kid, I'm sure you guys are parents, there's no such thing as predictability and consistency. And so it makes it very difficult for any systems in relation to YouTube to really stick. And it has made me feel very bad because, you know, you say one thing, you got to do it. But sometimes I just can't because I have a kid and things is ever dynamic. And I refuse to have Christopher be a single parent. I've done it, not unintentionally, like when he goes away for business trip. And it's the hardest thing ever. And so, yeah, I wish I could do more live. I just cannot. I just cannot. Like it's still a priority, but on the totem pole of things, I have my work first, then my work first, then my mental health, then Olympia. I know, right? Olympia's not first. No, she's not first. She's not first because my work is important. I got to pay the bills. Otherwise, we all on the street. Second, my mental health. If I'm not mentally okay, I can't help anybody. And then my daughter, and then it's my spouse, and then it's my my immediate family, and then it's YouTube and my friends. The order has completely changed because it's my life is different. I've been trying to hold on to what it was, but I can't because it doesn't exist anymore. My old life is dead. I have a kid. My old life is dead. You know, it's even with my single friends. I've had, you know, because they've been like, "Where you been? What's going on?" And it's not even I don't even want you at my house. It's just I'm so tired. I don't want anybody at my house. You know, when are we going to, you know, do stuff? I'm like, no, you know, I need to sleep. Do you know what I mean? So thank you for even tolerating this. No, honestly, and I know there's let's see, there's 11 of you here, and some people might come back and watch this. And thank you for tolerating this mess. Thank you for allowing the inconsistency. Thank you for allowing the randomness. Thank you for allowing me to be human because some people didn't like it. And and what am I gonna do? I can't be someone I'm not, right? So thank you for being on the same page. That's right. Okay, so wait. I can't with you. Oh, right. Oh, wait. First of all, Tina. Ha, 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 ha. And then Katie did it too. Right? Look, there's a pre-recorded content about Just Duran, the girl with the eye drops. And I haven't put it up there yet. I'm not gonna tell you when I'm gonna put it there because it might change. Hopefully you get it next week. And listen, her hair is good. Just Doro hair is freaking good. I am telling you because what she's a woman in her 50s. And this is all her hair. Can you imagine how thickalicious that hair must have been when she was a teenager, which is like the age when you have the most hair? Just Doro's hair is very good. I will whip my head all the time. If I had her hair, I'd be whipping it. Good morning. How are you? What are we doing today? Oh, sure. What? 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 People will call me an idiot. I'd be like, who cares? I got nice hair and you don't. I will be whipping it all the time. Absolutely. Mary, congrats, job well done. I'm happy to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a ton. Amen. Amen. The wiggle. Do you want to see what it looks like when I stand up? Because I do wiggle. I do wiggle also. I wiggle like in the kitchen. That wiggle is not new. I do it even in my regular life. Let me show you how that looks like when I get up. So it's really that with the kid, you know, when I do the wiggle, I'm like, come on. That's how it looks like when I wiggle in real life. I'm like, oh my God, you got some wine? Ooh, you got some wine. I wiggle. Yeah. That's how it looks. I do that all the time. I did it today. We were upstairs and then Christopher's friend was like, should we go and drink? And his wife was like, no. And Christopher was like, no. And I was like, do you know what happens to us when we drink the next day? Nothing happens and we have kids. But before I said that, I was like, ooh, some wine. Yeah, that's so when I wiggle. So you have the visual of what it looks like when I stand up, because I do that all the time. I do the wiggle all the time. Yeah. Katie D2, finding balance in this world is a daily challenge for me. Oh, you know, right? I say it all the time, like, man, I wish I could win the lottery. And then my sister says, Alistair? I said, yes, Paula. And she says, if you win the lottery, what are you going to do? I said, you're absolutely correct. I will do absolutely nothing. And she goes, exactly. You win the lottery so you can sit home and do nothing. Now that's what I call the balance. We all went like, isn't it ridiculous? If I win the lottery tomorrow, you know what happens? I just disappear because people will know my address, and I'll just buy a fortress and stay home and watch TV without worrying about, oh my God, I have to go to work. No, That's what will happen. All those fancy trips and fancy stuff. After 5 years, you're over it. You know, look at Jeff Bezos. He's bored. Jeff Bezos is bored out of his mind. Thickalicious, yeah. Thickalicious. Sarabun letters are so great. I have my Sarabun spy have asked me to try to send her a telegram to be like, hey, you want to talk to us? I have no idea how to do that. I was trying, okay, well, I tried to go into Googler and try to type like, how do I, and then I realized I don't know if I want them to know like the details. I mean, it's not hard to find, but the details of like where I am, all that stuff. And I was like, oh, maybe that's too invasive. It'd be kind of cool. She writes me a letter. If Sarabun writes me a letter, she'll make fun of me. She'll laugh at me. She'll threaten me. And you know, I don't like to be threatened. I don't like to be assaulted. I just want to be quiet in my little corner. Please leave me alone. Right. No, I wiggle all the time. I wiggle all the time, even in meetings. Even in meetings. I'm going, yeah. You should see the hetero man face when I do that though. It's so funny. No, it's so funny. And I only say that because you should be a fly in the wall of some of my meetings. They look at me like, what the hell did I just say? Yeah, you know, it's not a secret. I'm not in the closet. So it comes out when it comes out. So when we have a good deal, I go, all right. And then go, oh, okay. They get so surprised and shocked. Hey, look at that, Melted Copper. I would spend the lottery to get in Yankee submarine and see the Titanic. You're so funny. Hi, Melted Copper. It's very nice to see you. Sorry. It's very nice to see you. It's been a while. I hope you've been okay. You know, was it 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago? I was actually wondering where the hell you've been. The last live I've done. Just thinking. I know some of you might think I don't think of you, but no, I do think of you because there was a moment in time where I was like, oh my God, this is a lot of work. When I lost the contract, there was a contract, and it's completely my fault. It's nobody else's fault. Who else's fault is going to be? But last year, it was a very big contract, and I was fired. They said, get out. And I said, okay. I was fired, and I lost the contract. But in all my negotiations, and I always look out for the benefits of people who work for me. Because long story. So I told the people that was working for me at the time that, okay, look, we've all fired. So you have until the end of the year to pack your shit and leave. But at least you got your pay for the year. So here's your heads up warning to go and look for a new job. But in the meantime, because I did some internal review as to what happened, why did we get fired? And there were some people who were not doing their jobs. And, you know, I don't play with that. So they're not with me anymore, but they got their pay for the following year. Now, yeah, it was my fault. I was not paying attention. I was having too much fun and I lost the contract. And so this year I've been working my butt off to make up for that. So I got 2 new contracts, and I've just been working. I've just been working. Whoa, so big deal. So have I. I know. Big deal. I work. I know. Not the couple. The world got cold and the garden died. So lots of sitting indoors, bored time. Oh no, your garden got died. You know what you should plant? Then you should plant some perennials of your zone. I have another question for you guys. So the other question is, I know it sounds silly, and I don't expect any answer out of that. So, you know, don't stress if you can't think of anything at all. But has anyone any questions for me? Any Q&A? Any Q&A? Any Q&A? It's 8:19. I'm very proud of myself for sticking up to the operating flow. So the schedule for today was to get everything important out of the way before 8:30. Look at that. I did it. I completely did it. Yeah. And tomorrow, I'm canceling my work day tomorrow. Why? Because I just want to spend more time with my kid. So I've already sent the emails out and I said, I'm not here, I'm disappearing. So tomorrow morning, we're going to wake up very late. It's going to be freezing here in Jersey. And Christopher makes the best pancakes in the morning. So it's already scheduled pancakes this morning. Olympia is at the age where she can somewhat partake in movies, but not stay attentive enough. So we have a bottle of wine ready because I don't work on Sundays anymore. So wine in the afternoon, pancakes in the morning, wine in the afternoon. So that's the plan for tomorrow and spending time with the kid. Let's see, Katie did it too. When you were 5 or younger, what did you want to be when you grew up? I wanted to be an astronaut, but then I sucked in math and science. That's so funny. You know, when I was 5 and younger, I wanted to be a vet. I wanted to be a vet. I was obsessed with ants. I was obsessed with how things worked, but on the biological side. And the irony is that I went to school so I stuck with that idea all the way through college and all the way through grad school. And I went to school for biology first. Then I went to, oh, that's cool. And then I went to molecular biology because I understood how ATPs work. ATPs is pretty much how your body makes energy. So when I was able to understand the whole Krebs cycle, ATPs, I was like, this is fascinating. Because if you understand the biology of molecules, it's almost like you could be the mad scientist. Like, it's really, really fascinating. And I was like, oh, forget the animals. Let's go with molecules. This is cool. And I went to molecular biology. And it kept me interested to the point where when I graduated, I wanted to become an immunologist. And I wanted to work specifically with the Ebola virus. When the first SARS came out, I forgot the year, 2012, 2009, somewhere around those lines. And I remember when it was a big deal. The government gave grants to some laboratories, and one of my school, Montclair State University, got a grant. And I was one of the kids, really. I was a kid who happened to be part of helping out. It was so cool because I remember the state of the emergency. The laboratory was like, look, soldiers. Look, soldiers, we were all in our lab coat with our glasses, all the nerds. I love it. But it was almost like we got the pep talk, like, look, humanity is in peril. It was the best thing. And we were all hyped, like, yeah, like, we must find the vaccine. It was so great. I remember the feeling, the atmosphere, and the blood boiling. We were not sleeping, and we were like almost like lab class, talking, discussing. What's the solution? Oh, it's the best. It was the best. And my professor, the chairman of the botany department, which is Dr. Kite, which at the time, botany, people didn't like botany, and I love botany. And at the time, he was at the helm of the laboratory. So, and we were already cool to begin with. And we were having a good old time discussing and talking about science and the stupidity of it all. And then I graduated. And then I went on to work for a laboratory here in New York City. And then real life set in, and real life happened to be that, you don't get to do whatever you feel like doing. And real life in the laboratory world is that you are a drone. You follow what the money dictates. And so even though you might want to work on something, but if the hospital says, shut the F up, have several seats and do this, there's nothing you can do about that, right? And so it was such a downer, because coming from such a high of a collective working together to solve a problem for our nation, literally, I felt like a warrior with our brains, and our knowledge. It was so euphoric to go to the workforce and being told, shut up and look at blood samples. I was like, what? It was so depressing. And yeah, it was depressing. And for a good 2 or 3 years, that's what prompted me to do a career change, because I was like, this is my life. This is my life. Is this my life? What happened to me trying to, and the rest was history, because I went to grad school in Montreal. I did 1 year only. I flew back and forth. And I remember saying to myself, like, I can't do this anymore. And then in the same process, I had this stupid boyfriend here on the side, and I was like, oh my God, go away. And then I met Christopher. And then I was like, okay, great. I'm in a new, I've dumped the old one, new relationships. I hate my job. What am I going to do with my life? Oh my God, oh my God. And Chris was like, well, why don't you come move with me? I was like, sure, why not? I'm homeless anyway. So I mean, unemployed. So I moved to Chris's, and that's what led me to doing what I do now. But it was originally what I really wanted to do. I really wanted to I really want to make a change in the world in a big way. I've always wanted to do that in a very big way. I don't know how. It's very hard, but I still have that in my dream, in my heart. Do something for someone in a monumental way. You know, science is the best way to do it without having to be lucky. But the other one is hopefully it's Pact Nation. Hopefully it's Pact Nation. Anyway, wow, what a rant, right? What a question. This is often the same question. Yeah, I do run very fast with my thoughts. I do. I'll tell you a funny thing with my thoughts, and I continue really quickly, to the point where I've learned to recognize when Christopher tunes me out. So sometimes when I talk too much, he goes, yeah. Oh, really? Oh, but he's not listening. And I'm like, you're not listening. Yeah. I would love that. I would love that. You know, me and my mother, we were talking about how to, because my mom really wants to focus on single mothers, women of abuse, and their children. She really want to focus on that, you know. And so we were brainstorming about how to even go about it. And I said, you know, it's a lot of work to begin with. I think we should partner up with someone who's established enough, and then take it from there. But you know, anyway, different story. Can you agree with me that Babyface, the singer, never said it better? Erica got that whip appeal. Remember that song? Oh, Babyface, Erica got that whip appeal. You know what? I know Babyface. I know the singer. I don't know the song. And I listen to all kind of music. I don't know the song. Or maybe my brain is not picking it up, because I would have picked it up if it was the lyrics. But Erica got that whip appeal. Is that like sexy? Okay. Whip appeal. Whip appeal. Hi, Mark. Mark. Hello, Mark. Mark. That's how you say your name, Mark. Mark in French. That's how you say it. Replay crew. It's okay. Please. Let's see. Melted Cup, what'd you say? I got like jars upon jars of seed, and idea had to sing morning glowing seeds everywhere I can during the summer. I think it's a great idea, Melted Cupper. You know what you can do? And this is something I've thought about doing. Look at me in the garden, because I still look. You could have a patch, and you can condense those into a small patch, and you could create pattern and forms with the condensation, and then they'll grow and create a pattern and form. I think it's a great idea. I'm doing that for a pathway. Yeah, I'm doing that for a pathway. Sorry. Wow, all the species we heard about came together and you answered. Love it. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I've always been someone ambitious. But can I tell you this? Can I tell you the real secret of my ambition? Because you know, I always self-reflect, and I have the kid now, and so of course my life is different, so my ambition did change and has changed. The secret of it all was to always protect my mom, because I felt like if not me, who else? And now that my mom is on her 2 feet, it's almost as if I was like, oh wait, so what do I do now? What do I do now? And so it was always like, if something happened to my mom can always rely on me. I will always come in and rescue. But now I focused that attention to my kid. It's hard to be a grown-up. Can I tell you that? It's so difficult. Sometimes I think maybe I told you guys that many times, but I just want, sometimes I just feel like I want someone to just be like, it's okay, don't worry about it. I want to be sugar babes. Can I? Someone sugar babe me. Yeah, I just want to not think about anything and just like, oh my God, look at that, $1 million. I just like, I'm so it's sometimes so heavy. It's so heavy, so heavy. Ah, it's so heavy. Sometimes I just want to, can I just go back to being a kid? I feel like I've never really been a kid. Young and stupid. I've been young and stupid, but young and stupid without any repercussion. You know how sometimes when your kid is trying to learn how to walk and he just walks off the cliff, like, I'm walking off the cliff. They have no idea they're walking off the cliff until mom and dad is like, oh, wait, no, that's the cliff, right? But in the kid's mind, it's like, I'm just going to walk, right? I want to feel like that again. Like, I just want to do stuff without worrying about consequences, but no, God darn it. Children, kids, if you ever watch me, they don't watch this, but if you ever watch me, enjoy your youth and don't be stupid. Listen to mom and dad, they know best. Oh my God, so corny. Lucy, as your channel grows, you may find ways to leverage your content to bring domestic violence, singles mom, is there to the goals you have in your mom. Yes, actually, Lucy. Yes. So there is a okay. So I have to be very careful the organization that I pick. Because I'm working with one now, and also with the amount of money I donate, because complicated. So I'm working with an organization now, and it works with education for Trenton school kids. Only because I also have to think about the vicinity. I have to think about the proximity, because I am not. I don't just give money like that. I'm the one who asks a million questions. I'm the annoying person. So because there was one that I found, but there's something off with how they spend the money, because I do ask that. I say, what happens with where did I go? Show me. There's one I'm working with now, and I think I showed you the picture in one of my videos, but next year, because it's just not natural for me to be like, can you show me proof? Like, if I give a donation on behalf of someone, I don't want to be like, okay, I get the donation, now show me proof, right? It's tacky. But for the sake of letting you guys know, I have to ask for proof. And so I asked for proof afterwards, because that was after I made a donation. So they showed me pictures of what our money bought, and it was school bags it was helping the educational system of Trenton, New Jersey, which is one of the most impoverished neighborhoods in New Jersey. And they don't have money to even give the basic education to the kids there. So that small organization helps out by buying school supplies, so the kids don't have to worry about school supplies for the full year. How cool is that? And we did about 34 bags, or we did school supplies for 34 kids. Isn't that awesome? So I'm going to plan on doing that next year, and I'm going to ask him now to give me like an actual official thing so I can post it on the channel. And as the channel grows bigger, that's my dream. And I'm going to share with you one more secret, is that because I'm an annoying person in terms of contacting, I've contacted a celebrity, and I've reached out to her, and I said, I know you don't know who I am. I'm sure you're not even going to read this. And I know you do work with women, and I know you do work with women in terms of the career stuff, but you're open to doing also other work when it comes to helping, our second-class citizens. I'm just saying. So here I am. I'm Pact Nation, and here's how much I can donate on behalf of Pact Nation. So, but anyway, they said, I don't want to say she because it's probably not her. I'm too small to even. They say just get bigger, and then we'll talk about later. So yeah, as we get bigger, she is right up there in my contact list. And why? Because she is authentic, she's genuine. I've been following her work for quite a long time. I've been following the money when she does help. It's literally almost 100% of the money goes towards the people in need. She subsidize any other extras. She is a beast, and she's very giving, and she is about empowerment. And I just wish we get big enough so they can be like, look, we're part of a Pact Nation. That would be a good dream, because I know she will get it done. If she will get it done, everybody else, she will get it done, because she has a track record of getting it done and having 100% of the proceeds go towards the target audience, which is great. But you see that the Red Cross doesn't do that. The Red Cross sucks. Red Cross doesn't do that. Okay. Oh, look at me talking again for too long. All right. Yeah, adulting sucks. It does. Katie did it too. I'd never go back to childhood, Yako. Yeah, Katie. I mean, I think you shared a little bit, and I think I connected with you on that one. God damn it. Seriously. Doesn't this suck? Well, we survived, Katie. That's what matters. Mark, I respected my parents and did what they expected me until I found out they weren't any better off than me. Mark, I had this talk today with my friends who came to visit. It's funny because we were like, our kids are gonna grow up, because right now the kids look at us as if we're gods, but they're gonna grow up and be like, wow, dad has issues. And the other dad also has issues. You all effed up. Like, our kids are gonna grow up and be like, what's wrong with you? It's so funny. So funny. They're gonna realize, wait a minute, I'm smarter than you. Like, it's just, can't wait for the day where they're gonna laugh at us and be like, oh, they're just idiots. What else is new in my life? Okay, let's see. I'm working a lot more. I have Olympia. Oh, of course, not pink eye. So Olympia had pink eye, and then my eye got infected because she scratched me in the eyeball. People thought it was pink eye, and I was like, no, it's not pink eye, because I went to the doctor. They would have told me it was pink eye because I was given antibiotics for the infection. They would have told me it was pink eye. And but then I got a fever out of it. My eye swelled up, and oh my god, these antibiotics were really annoying. And then I felt bad from the antibiotics. So there's not much going on. There's not much going on. Just working, trying to give you guys content. I know. A few weeks ago, I took a little break from posting because I needed to put my brain cells back together. Well, first of all, it was a surge in work. Second of all, I needed to come into a conclusion in terms of how to proceed forward, with having some serious consideration about, like, my life and stuff. And but yeah, I needed the time off. You know what I do miss, though? I'll tell you what I really, really miss. And unfortunately, I don't think it could ever come back. I miss I miss having the time to read the comments. Do you remember at the beginning? I remember very well. We were not sleeping anyway, and I wasn't working as much, right? I was maybe working two times a week. And Christopher was like, "Oh, Alistair, you really," because I was healing from a prior situation. So Christopher was like, "You're having a good time. Yeah, sure, go ahead. I'll take care of the kid." And I wake up in the morning, really late, put on some coffee. Just like now, like, It was such a good time, laughing, cackling, commenting. And by the time I look at the clock, it's like, oh, look at that. It's 3 p.m. And I would spend all morning doing this while Christopher being a single parent. And at the time, I was so selfish, I didn't even realize, like, at least you're having a good time, but don't forget you're a parent. Yeah, but Christopher said, I said, yeah, I know. Christopher said, but Christopher would do anything for you. So stop it. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. I have to partake. I have to be active. And yeah. Look, Katie. You're so funny. It really was a good time. And no, it's just not. It's so time consuming. But it was a good time. It's a good time. What else was great? Was good. I think it's still cool learning about a lot of you. There's still some people. There's a lot of people that are in my head still from the very beginning, because I was reading a lot of comments at the time, and I know as I was replying, people were more inclined to reply. And there's a lot of names that pop. I'm not going to tell them because then I have to tell them all, right? But a lot of them, I know. I have the visual. I have a visual memory. I know exactly who you are, and I mean, they don't comment anymore, but I miss them. I have no idea if they're around, but I do miss them. You know, yeah, the girls from the UK. Yeah, I miss them. Oh, like they say, nothing lasts forever. Right. Yes. Yeah, that was really good, right? I want to bring that back. Oh my God. Yes, I know. I know. Oh, it was so cool. Also, don't forget, I have Big Papa watching over me. YouTube. Yeah, so that's another thing I had to learn about how to manage YouTube into this whole thing, because you might think YouTube is omnipotent. It is omnipotent, but you might forever benevolent. Um, is that no, YouTube is a beast. YouTube doesn't play. YouTube wants you to work, and if you don't work, YouTube is like, you have no idea. You have no idea. You have no idea. YouTube doesn't play. Okay. YouTube doesn't play. Those were fun. Yeah, they were fun. We're all bringing around. I know, right? I know. This is why I couldn't quit. I couldn't quit. You all in my head. This is also another problem. Like, that's a problem, but it's a problem. You all in my head. That's a problem. But I could never. I have an obsessive personality. Maybe you'll see me on the news in handcuffs. I'll stare. What would I do? I'll stare. I would never stalk. Please, too much work. What kind of criminality would I do in obsession with you, with Peck Nation? What would I be doing? Well, I guess that's hard to be a criminal if you like to stay home and do nothing. Oh my God, I have to steal money. I can't even do that. Like fraud? What? Have you tried doing insurance fraud? Of course, I hope you haven't. But if you deal with insurance, it's very hard. You have to be somewhat savvy to be committing insurance fraud. They can catch you like that. It's not easy at all. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Mark, I just saw it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you guys for being with me. Yeah, you're all in my head, but with the freedom to come and go as you please. Throw figs at the neighbors. Oh my God, those figs. Do you know how many pounds of figs I had this year? Okay, you're gonna gag. Are you ready? It was the most productive year ever because it was one of the warmest year in Jersey. So the figs were like, "Oh, look at that! No frost. Let's keep popping babies." 300 pounds. You heard me. You heard me. You heard me. I had 300 pounds of figs. The first harvest, it was 50 pounds. Listen, you think I'm kidding? I'm not even kidding. I had to give it away. I weighted them because my plan is to sell them eventually because it's way too many fruits. They are producing way too much. I don't know what the hell I put in that soil. Yeah, and they were very heavy. And it was 300 pounds because I weighed them and I was giving them away, but I'm keeping data. I'm keeping record because next year, and I'm not playing with that. Next year, I'm having a company, a local bakery, to come to the house and pick my 2 figs. I'm not doing this again. I'm not, give me $500 for the year. I don't care. I'm not doing this again because it is so much work. And also, when you let the fruit rot on the tree, you might think, well, just don't pick it. No. I have a kid now. All the insects of the nation comes to my figs. I have never seen bugs in my life this big, this dangerous. Everything comes to the yard because the figs are rotting on the tree. And I have a kid now, so I don't need a million species of wasps, a million species of bees. I don't need all that. So, and I can't pick them all up. So I've been talking with this local bakery, and they're so funny because they do get figs, and they get it at wholesale. I said, listen, give me $1. I don't care. Just come and pick them from the tree, because in New Jersey, it's called a forage law. you could sell your produce, but you cannot sell perishables unless they're on a tree. So I can't just put them in the box and send them. They have to come to the house and pick them, so I can evade the whole forest law thing. What a story. Yeah, my figs are too fertile. Come on, girls. Girls, stop it. Like, they are so fertile. Wait, because that's not the only girls I have. I have the apricots. I never show you the photo of that because they also produce a heavy crop. I was so tired of eating fruits. I said, oh my God, I'm gonna have indigestion. Enough. I was just like, anybody, come here. Take your pick. I'm sick of eating fruits. It was just too much. The pomegranates is next year. Now that one I don't share. Pomegranates are so delicious. I don't share those. Now those I can eat myself to death with pomegranates. No. Oh, look at that. Bats. Yes, because this year there were so many bugs. It was so bad I couldn't take the girl outside because there was like bees everywhere and wasps everywhere. And there were just all these insects with stings because the figs were rotting on the tree and they were falling on the tree. Like, it was a lot. It was so heavy that the branches were on the floor because I couldn't pick them all. I was actually, it's funny. I was because at first, when I do cold calls and everybody's like, who is this? What's going on? Is that a telemarketer? Click. Yeah, it's like, I'm used to it. Look, but I had to call, but please don't hang up. She started laughing. It's like, do you want to make an order? No, I don't want to make an order. But look, I have figs in the backyard. It's a very long story. I live 3 minutes away. It's only 3 minutes away. Can I please come over and talk to you in person? She goes, okay. Yeah, and then I just walked over and I talked to her. Yeah, that's what happened. And then I talked. She's like, oh, cool. Well, because of laws, right? The law. Because you just want to make sure you don't poison people. So she's like, I need to come see your figs. I need to come see. I was like, come next year. Sure, show up. Here's all the pictures. I have all the data, how much they weigh, how much the harvest. Here's the picture. I have all the data. You can analyze it and tell me when you want to come and start do your own analysis and start picking them. In terms of money, I said, pick a price you want. I said that. I was like, just someone come get rid of those. Get rid of my figs. I'm too many. Further figs. Do you see the video of the guy with the Delaware guy who ran through the parade that I did? I forgot his name. The sax offender. Ridiculous, right? It's funny because I saw the video and I was watching it for the first time, and I don't know if you saw the music playing in the background. Beautiful music. I mean, I have to give him credit. He put some very nice music in the. I live in Princeton, New Jersey. He put some beautiful music anyway in the car, and then you would think a sex offender would be a little low key in terms of his action. Now he was just completely thumbing his nose up the law. He was like, oh, I'm a sex offender. I'm just gonna drive through it. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. And I was looking at the comment, people were saying that the crazy lady in the car that was screaming was his mother. Wow, that's his mom. I was like, what? That's his mom. How ridiculous. Tell me about your weekend, you guys. So, okay. Katie, how is your tree? Mark, did you sell your motorcycle yet? Tell me about your weekend. Melted Copper, sorry your garden died. It's okay, but stop planting and stop saying, Tina, what are you doing this weekend? Lucy, what are you doing? Didi, what are you doing? Kohoni, what are you doing? SA, what are you doing? What are you doing this weekend? Mary, what are you doing this weekend? Oh wait, that's so cool. That's right. Katie, you help find homes for foster kittens. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I forgot, yeah, you do that. You know what's funny? But you say you don't take them home, right? You only help. So you help from afar. You don't temporarily foster them. You just like, you just connect the dots. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And let's see. Oh, you saw Hamilton? I wanted to see that. When it came out, it has such good reviews. I don't remember what I was doing in my life, but I was like, oh, okay, everybody says it's great. I want to see it. How was Hamilton? Look at that. Didi is going to play on Sunday. Where are you going to play? Going to a play on Sunday. What are you watching? Where? Like, is it like in New York? What state are you watching the play? What's the play? Who are you going with? Sorry about the cough. Oh, wine and whiskers. Do you drink wine as you help foster kittens? That's very clever, because then you could be like, "Do you want a cat?" Sure. And then, oh, that's so clever. Oh, you're slick, Katie. You're slick. Use one to distract them into taking kittens. Maybe more than one, maybe three, maybe five. Yeah. Oh, grandma stuff. Hey, happy early birthday. Next Wednesday is my birthday. I mean, Tina's birthday. Ah, cool. Katie, I have 3 cats. No more, please. Not a couple says, oh my God, Alistair, what's wrong? Okay. My computer died, so I had to order a new video editor and retire my animation software, but I'm doing claymation until then. That's right, you are animator. That's right, I remember. And a clay artist? Now, when you use clay, do you just go in the backyard and get the clay from the backyard? Because that's what I would have done. I'd be like, oh my God, look at that, a puddle. Save some money. Right? Clay from my garden. Yeah. I'm such an idiot. All the leaves fell this week, so it's time to clean up. Oh, so like today about the leaves. So we have a gardener, because at no time I cannot do any of it anymore. So first year we have a gardener. He came to the house. He rang the doorbell. Oh, and this is so crazy. And this is why I feel like human beings, we are really terrible. He rang the doorbell and he's slouching, right? He's like that. And I go, Signore. He's Italian. So I go, Signore, what happened? First, I go, ciao, Signore. What happened? He always laugh. He goes, I hurt my shoulder. And I said, okay. It looks pretty bad. Did you see a doctor? Like, did you see someone? What's going on? And he looks at me, he says, well, I'm supposed to clean your yard today, but I hurt my shoulder and I don't know. Do you still want me to do it? I said, Signore, how dare you not text me this? What are you doing here? Of course, go home. What's wrong with you? I was like, Signore, no. It's so crazy to me that he felt so obliged to still show up to work and tried to do his best with a messed up shoulder. And I was like, no, I thought our relationship is very well established enough for you to be like, I hurt my shoulder. I would believe you. And besides, it's just leaves. It's not that big of a deal. Like go take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, he was so surprised. And actually, as he walked away, I was stupefied that was even a thought in his mind that I would be like, rake the leaves with your messed up shoulder. So I walked back out to his car because he brought the whole shebaz. And I said to him, I said, do people pressure you to like, is there some sort of pressure? Like, why didn't you feel like you could just be like, I don't feel good today, I'm not raking the leaves? I'm like, what happened? Now he did say, yeah, some people get really mad at him. I'm like, people will be upset if you tell them, I broke my arm, I can't do it today. He's like, yeah, human beings. Anyway, not me. You could break your arm quite a few times. It's okay. Don't do it too much though. Oh my God, Estelle, you're an idiot. Anyway, well, what a story. All from this comment. Wow. Okay. So Lucy's going to the amazing Richard Rogers theaters. Oh, New York City. Okay. Mm. Make sure you get, okay, so it's a theater. During the intermission, go out there, mingle, and, get yourself a drink. How was the play? I love intermission. It's when people like to mingle. You go out, you mingle. It's the best time, intermission. Yeah, forget the play. I want to meet who's there. Ooh, hi, I'm Alistair. Hi. That's the best part. What do you think about the play? Great play. Oh, intermission is great. Anyway, so Tina. Oh, Tina is looking for a kitten. Look at that, Katie. Katie did it too. Katie did it too. You got it. Diddy, when the princess gets older, ask her to Washington Crossing State Park for the Washington Crossing the Delaware reenactment. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? Let me write this down because she's oh my God, Olympia. She's aware of her powers. She knows she got two daddies who would do anything for her. Crap. So she's her nap is slowly reducing to 0. And I'm like, oh my God, are we ever gonna have a life back? No, never. So it's good to have things to do on the weekend like that. For example, on Sunday, we're going to a town called New Hope. And it's a posh town where you have galleries, restaurants, shops. I know it's gonna be cold, but it's going to get her, first of all, walking. Come on, we need to pick that up. I mean, she walks, but she's a lazy walker. So, and it'd be good for her to experience, I don't know, just town. You gotta do stuff, entertain her. Yeah. Oh, my dog. Oh, thanks for asking. My dog is terminal. She is doing okay. I think I told you that you could see the difference in her energy levels, and she is progressively getting worse subtly. For example, she never used to have accidents. Now she has an accident, a poop accident once every couple months, a pee accident once a month, a throw up accident like 2 times a month. She can control it, and she feels very guilty about it. And what she has terminal aggressive skin cancer, which is very common apparently for her breed, and it's inside her organs. And so they gave her a year to live, but she's already almost it's 2 years, so she's 1 year past. And she does her vet visit, and every time the vet says, we'll monitor her and keep an eye out for pain. And then when we can see pain and quality of life decreasing, then we can talk about what happens next. So far, there's no sign of pain, but there's sign of decline in terms of our bodily functions. Yeah. So we've been putting on maid outfit and cleaning vomit and poop and piss a lot in the carpet. Not a thing to do, but it's okay. It's completely worth it because Neftis is my baby, my first baby. My dog is my first baby. Yeah, she's my baby. With me forever, of course. Like Gumby. I agree. Earth clay is not the same. You're so right. I was talking shit. You're correct. That's true. Earth clay is not the same. You're right. I was talking shit. Yes, you're right. But not the cover. How dare you? How dare you? I'm so behind the comment. Look at that. I'm still on the raking leaves. Yes, raking leaves. Oh, sucks. Passionate Libra. Hi, passionate Libra. Hello. Hello. I love that picture of you. Okay, you better show me face, bitch. Look at that. Passionate Libra. Okay. Love it. Howdy. Oh, hey, you guys say hi to her. Okay. Yeah, I'm a people watcher. Yeah, you see. Yeah, I love watching people. It's great. Yeah, intermission was amazing. Intermission, I talk. Like, hello. And people get so weirded out. I'm like, it's okay. It's just a conversation. Be quiet. People get so weird out. And when I'm in the group, because people go and stick with their groups No, not me. My if I go, usually you go with the crew. Christopher gets a little bit blushy with me, like, oh, here goes Alistair. But I go like, what do you think? What did you think? This is my people. Come on, come on. Let's have a drink. Oh, look, I don't know who your name. What's your name? Yeah, and then you just mingle, go yap, 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 and go back into your thing. Intermission is the best thing. That's what you go to theater for, to watch the show and talk to people. That's what it is. I'm sorry for the cough. My throat has been on fire ever since. Speaking of raking leaves, we were outside and they were all the whole neighborhood was raking leaves, and all that dust got into my throat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry about the dog. Yeah. We're all waiting with abated breath. It's so stupid. It's some quirky, messed up thing in my head. When I hear the word abated, my brain goes to whispering. I have no idea why. It's like abated means abated breath. Why do I whisper? I don't know. Oh yeah, my dog. She is a pit bull terrier. Yeah, I can show you that. I have to get up. It's okay. I have a picture of my puppy. I can show you the real thing. Forget but the door is closed. Okay, look, here goes with my brain. Okay, the shorter path. Open the door. I have to go through all this mess and color. Or take the picture down, which I just this way, and take the picture down. Yeah, I take the picture because the dog here, it's just a lot of work. I'll show you the picture of my puppy. Of my puppy. Oh my God, what's going on? So this is my office, of course, as you know. This is where I yell at people. Your numbers suck. I never say that. I never say your numbers suck. I always say, I send them the email. So here are your numbers, and then you the one who determine. I never say your numbers suck. Oh my God. All right. So obviously it's just me and Chris, right? So this is my little puppy there. This one right here, and obviously that's Christopher. That's Chris right here. That's me. We were at the wedding of one of my clients. Oh, look, it's a sad story. And this this picture right here, we were where were we? Oh, we're going to the dog park. We were going to the dog park. So, oh, and then there's a picture that's like a little messed up. Well, you know what? Maybe I should have called the dog the real dog because this is actually turned out to be more work. Damn it! Making decisions and pay the consequences. Such is life. Now I know not to take the picture and go with the real dog. Because now look, I have to fix it. Oh my God, Alistair. Oh my God, Alistair. Okay, there you go. Sorry, 1 second. Commercial. That I have no idea how it's going to turn out. 1 second. Is it turn out okay? Okay, good. So you see, okay, I'm gonna. Oh, okay. You see, our wedding rings there. Let me tell you the story behind the wedding rings. It's a crazy story. I don't know if I told you this, but let me hang this back up because I'm OCD and I can't have it here. Hold on. Oh, oh my Lord. Oh. Oh God. Okay, I'll do it later. Okay, I'll do it later. It's a crazy story when Chris proposed to me. I don't know if I told you the story. I'll tell you really quickly. It's very boring. I'll tell you really quickly. So look, Chris, so of course I'm stressed at work. Why am I not? And Chris goes like this, oh, Alistair, you're so overreacting. You're always stressing. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? He's like, why don't we go on vacation for like a weekend? He says that to me on a Wednesday, in the middle of the week. Guys, who wakes up in the morning and says, let's go on vacation on the weekend? Not us. I need like planning. There's no spur of the moment crap. So I'm like, what are you drinking? Are you drinking? What's wrong with you? We're not going anywhere on the weekend. And mind you, he had already booked everything. And you know, I say no a lot. I do say no a lot. And so in his mind, he's like, "Oh my God, Alistair, everything is already paid for." Because I had no idea, and I was like, "I'm not going anywhere." I'm like, "No, I'm not going anywhere because you know, I have work." So it took him a few days to convince me to get on the airplane and go away on vacation, because when a Wednesday came about, I said no. When Thursday came about, I was like, "Christopher, I cannot go away on the weekend. I have work. What's wrong with you? Do you know like how much it takes for me to whatever?" It's like, and then Friday came about because the plane was on Friday, by the way. He goes, "Okay, Alistair, let's go just for a weekend." Came back home and I was so mentally tired because I had a really bad meeting and I got yelled at. And I was like, "You know what? F it. Sure, let's go." He's like, "Perfect. I've already booked the tickets." And I go, "What?" He's like, I made the bags already." I said, "Christopher, what?" He's like, "Yeah, it was a surprise. Come on, let's go." And I was like, "Okay, fine." He had everything done. I came back from work and I was like, "I can't believe I'm in the airplane right now, Christopher. Really?" He's like, "Yeah, be quiet." So we get on the airplane, we go to Key West, because that's where we got married. So we go to Key West. We arrive at Key West. Beautiful place. Oh my God, beautiful place. So beautiful. Key West. Oh my Lord. We go to Key West and, we go to this, put our stuff in the hotel. And I've traveled before with Chris, right? So there's a lot of stuff I was like, I know where every penny is, okay? I go, "This is odd." I don't, like, how did you pay for this? Wait a minute. What is happening? There's something a little odd about that, right? And he goes, "Yeah, I just did it all on the fly." And you know what? I was so mentally drained that I didn't put too much thought into it. But already I felt like it was very fishy because he was acting out of character in terms of even like spending. And he bought, we landed, he put his stuff in the room, and he had already bought a tour in the Butterfly Museum, but like private tour, okay? Now, I love gardens, I love nature, I don't mind butterflies, but in that Butterfly Museum, there's no birds, there's flamingos, like nothing that eats butterflies. And so we arrive, and I realized that we're the only one there. And so blah 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 blah. I enjoy the moment, and I'm like, there's no one here. It's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." And we're having a good time. And then we go, so we're done with that. We go jet skiing. And again, I was like, "We don't have to pay for this?" He's like, "No, I've already paid for it." I was like, You did? Okay. And we go jet skiing, and we go to where the sharks are, and over there in Key West. And you ski, not ski, water ski. You get the water stuff, and then that was really cool. And then you take a little break, you swim a little bit, and there were sharks. Now I'm a black man. Now I don't know about you, but listen, black people don't play with sharks. And I was like, "What is that?" I was like, "What am I watching? Is that a shark? Are you out of your mind?" Please. I was like, "Okay, well, I'll wait for you on land. I'm gonna get out of here with that." I was like, "It's a fucking shark." I was like, "What?" Come back, got on the jet ski. He was like, "Relax, it's not gonna kill you." I'm like, "You can test that out." I'm not testing that out. and so pretty much, long story short, it was really comical. People were like, "Wow, what's wrong with this guy?" I was like, "You can curse me all you want, and then you lose a leg to a shark, and I'm gonna laugh at the end of the day." So we just keep back home, and it was really late, well, maybe late afternoon. And then we go to the restaurant, and then we go dancing, because I like to dance. So we go like a little bit at this local thing. We go over there and dance. And then we go to a restaurant for drinks. And then we go and dance. And then on the way out, I'm not a really big eater. So on the way out, I was like, "Okay, well, I've had enough." And no, because like, no, I got dinner reservations. And we go to dinner. We sit down for dinner. And again, it was at the beach, and there was nobody around. And at that moment, I still didn't think about like there's a proposal happening. I just thought that Christopher really wanted to have a good moment because I was having a stressful week. And we sit down at the table, and I look around and I say, Chris, there's no one here. This is fucking weird. But in my mind, I was saying like, oh, because it's the middle of the week, there's no one on vacation. It's Key West, a vacation spot. And so we had dinner, and for dessert, I love candy. And for dessert, he brought a box. Well, the waiter brought a box of M&Ms, and he put it on in front of me. And I was like, oh, cool. But it was a big box. And I opened the box, and we're having conversation. Me and Chris have good conversations. And I'm eating like that in a handful, blah, 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 blah. And then I couldn't eat anymore. So I closed the box, and I put the box on the floor, and I continued the conversation. And Chris goes, "You're not going to finish M&Ms?" I go, "Of course not. It's a whole box of M&Ms, Christopher. Who do you think I am?" So then he says, "Look at the M&M." I picked up the M&M. I look at the M&M. There's a picture of us in the M&M. And then I realized, oh, wait a minute, I'm being proposed to. And I look at the box, and there's the ring. And then he's like, "Would you marry me?" And I was like, oh, crap. Of course, well, I didn't say yes right away. I got the jitters, and I went for a run on the beach. Can you imagine you propose to your loved one, and they run? That's what happened. I ran along the beach strip, and I turned around, I came back, and I said yes. And I ran because I was having jitters, and I had a shoot of cortisol, and I was like, holy crap. And that's when the picture came back. We went back to the hotel, to the room, and then I took a picture of it, and everybody knew. My sister knew. Everybody knew that he was proposing. And I said to Christopher, like, what if I really stuck to my gun? I said, I'm not going. He's like, yeah, that would have been a problem because everything was booked already. Yeah. What a story. I don't mean to bore you about personal. Oh, let's go to your comments. Oh my God, this is funny. Oh, about the dog, yeah. Bated breath like worms. That's so funny. Not to comfort. Do you compost? Yeah. Do you compost? Yeah. I do all sorts of stuff. I started making a pond. Oh wow! But winter came, so I stopped. So maybe I might get goldfish. Cool. The dog, yeah, the dog is very sweet. She's my first baby. I got the dog as soon as I moved in with Chris. I got the dog. Yeah, she was my baby. So it look like my dog, where he's a mutt. It probably has some pit in him. Yes. Neftis has some pit. That's right. Not copper. My dogs are like road trailer kids. They can't go to the parks because they're all over the place, right? Yeah. Intermission brought you by 208 tape. So funny. Diddy's New Hope. New Hope is a shake down. It really is. We should not play with sharks. Right? I was like, what am I watching? What is that? That shark, I'm out. You guys can have your fun. I'm going back on the boat. You can have fun. I'm out. What the hell? Yeah. Yes, it is. It is. It is, Didi. What part of Jersey are you at, Didi? What are you doing for Tea Day? Thanksgiving Day. Oh, Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving Day. We're going to my aunt-in-law, the wife of Christopher's uncle, which is the brother of Christopher's dad. We're going, and the wife. So we're going to Christopher's uncle's house. Oh my God, I was there. God. Yeah, we're going to Christopher's uncle's house. They have a tradition of Thanksgiving there every year. The whole year, your family is converging there, and we're gonna have Thanksgiving there, and they have a good Thanksgiving. They're so Italian. I say that in a way so you can picture a little bit what it is. If you have the visual, if you guys know what traditional Italian households are, first of all, a lot of pasta, a lot of meatballs, a lot of cheese, a lot of wine. It's the best, and they are like conversation. There's no whispering, my loves. It's like, what? Yeah. And from the uncles or from the, what are you talking about? Oh, why? Yeah, what? Yeah. It's nice. It's not, I'm the only black one there, but it's nice. It's nice to be like, to see the I call it dysfunction, but it's not dysfunction. It's like organized chaos. It's completely chaotic. Everybody's screaming and shouting. and you know, they're not afraid to also disagree with shout voices, because sometimes it's like some, yo, shut up, shut up. You know, sometimes it's like that, you know, and the other boys are drinking wine in the corner, laughing. It's complete chaos, but it's organized chaos. It's such a good time, and everybody's very raw and speak their mind. And we talk. We told you we talk about politics during our Thanksgiving. We talk about Trump. We talk about Biden. We talk about all of that, and it always gets heated. And every time, because you know, I gather all the kids, all the nephews and whatnot, and I stay back with the I hate to say this, but I stay back with the docile people who are not like all up about violence, and I just go, look, don't listen, look, see your uncle, don't listen to him. I try to temper their thought and be like, that's not okay, but it's good time. I love it. Everybody's drunk. Everyone is drunk. Everyone is drunk. Yeah, everyone is drunk, except my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is like, hello, perfecto. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Hey, from Zion National Park. Zion National Park? Wow. Hello, Candace. Yeah, the story of me getting proposed to. Yeah, I almost didn't make it because I was like, what? Where are we going? I don't want to go. I just want to stay home and do nothing. Oh, I see it. Washington Crossing Park on okay. Not to cover sharks. Right? And then I was like, wait, what is that it? No, this cannot be a shark. I'm out. I was like, I am out. You know, they were all laughing. It's a harmless shark. I'm like, yeah, until you lose a leg. And he's like, I thought it was harmless. I thought so too. So it looks like Thanksgiving comes early. It's always the last Thursday of November, where normal holidays have a solid date. My birthday sometime. Oh, happy early birthday. Oh, look at that. Oh, you were born on Thanksgiving. You must have been the best gift. Oh, look at that. Katie, I would need to put myself in the timeout every hour for the family holiday, like you describe all that energy. Yeah, I do take naps. Wow, I'm that predictable. Sometimes I do go upstairs in the rooms and I do take a nap because it's a lot. It's a lot of stimulation, and they never get tired, and they can scream for hours, and they always want to do something. The Dioreos always want to do something, always, no matter what it is. Sure, let's do something, and yeah, they disagree hard. But what I do like about the fact that they disagree, because you would think that it would lead to like hate. But they always come together because they disagree and they fight. Not quite physically, but it's like they're like you effer, you know, you're like they fight, but they always come together at the end. Because some words I'm like, oh, you cannot say that to me. Like, right? At some point, I remember I had to have a very serious conversation with one of them and tell them, you know, I'm not here to change the way you think, but you're going to not use those words when I'm around, or I'm going to get involved. And he called my bluff. And, you know, I don't choose violence, but I use Christopher to be like, please intervene. I don't want to hear those kind of words. You know, they were using they were using adjectives that I felt like, you know, just I don't want to be around for you to use that word, please. All right. I know you use it. Just refrain from using it when I'm around, because I'm not going to be happy. And when I get mad, you better all call 911. No, I say that all the time because people don't realize, no, I'm docile until I'm not. When I'm loudest when I'm angry. When I'm scared and sad, I'm not loud. When I'm angry, you can't even get a word in. I'm unstoppable force. Yeah, it's quite scary. Yeah. Roasted chicken for the first time. I love roasted chicken. What? Poor chickens. It must suck to have such delicious meat. Can you imagine if you're like, if there was a giant who's like, I love human meat. It must really suck because like the chicken, thank God they don't realize how delicious they are. Because they would have been like, oh no, mommy. Yeah, no, so delicious. The casino across the street puts on a good fee. Last year they had a great butternut squash soup. Oh wait, that's cool. Oh wait, they feed the community? Oh, that's so great. I hate soup, but I can't stand soup. Look, I'm an African immigrant. Soup don't exist in our diet, my loves. Stew, maybe, but that flavored water you guys call soup, or water and salt and pepper, and the 2 carrots. Look, I cannot stand soup, but that's really cool that they're feeding people. Slapsgiving, anyone? What does that mean? Slapsgiving? Like spank? Oh, interesting. I never heard that term. I was raised with WASP, so they didn't express themselves at all. Wasps? Okay, Alistair. Thinking cap. Oh, W S SP. Son of a. I know the first W rhymes with rice, right? And A is for arse, isn't it? I think so. What is WASP for? Reply to me in codes. Give me a codified version of what WASP is. Oh, is WASP the 80s band? Oh, okay. I knew it. I knew it. My Anglo-Saxon Protestants. I knew the W was definitely white. Yeah. Yeah. No. Slapgiving is from slapgiving is from a sitcom. Slapgiving is from a sitcom that contains mostly white actors. Oh, okay. My throat is really sore. What was that in? What was in those leaves? Oh my god! I contracted a virus. Watch out, America! New virus on the loose. Oh god, no! Please don't joke like that. No, please, we don't want another pandemic, please. Back in the day, some casinos here in town did put. Oh wait, no, let me write. So back in the day, some casinos here in town did, but not these days. That's really cool. You know, if I wasn't so skittish, I've become so much more skittish than I used to be because the world is crazy. What? The world's insane. I would have donated my time 10 times over. Actually, before the world became crazy, Christopher used to, the Big Brother program where you mentor a student, like, you help them do their homework. I forgot what it's called. Is it Big Brother? I forgot what it's called, but like you mentor them. And like you do you go to the school or the kid that you meet at school and you give him like tutoring lessons for free, and you donate your time and help a kid. Christopher used to do that. He used to do that for math, because he's a math wizard. He used to do that for math and mainly math, and he would do it for a lot of kids, and which I thought that was like so admirable. And before we met, the other thing he would do was donate his time at soup kitchens, like feed people. So he would donate his time educating, donate his time feeding people, which I thought was amazing. But anyway, ever since the world became crazy, we stopped doing that. Yeah, of course. Why? We just got scared. That's all. Because it's done not in the best neighborhoods, and at the time it was in the New York City area. It's in oh god, you know what I mean. It just became unsafe, and you know me, you scream a little too loud, I go ah! And I run away. I I don't even take a chance. The moment I get a sense of insecurity, I'm out. I don't even play. Nope. You raise your voice a little bit. I'll go, okay, I'm done. Thanks. Yeah, because it takes one moment to ruin your life. And I like to think most people, when they ruin somebody else's life, they may not do it on purpose, but you can't take that moment back. And I don't want to. I don't want to stay here and find out. You know. Oh yeah, thank you. No, I say I'm the lucky one. I'm the lucky one. I found him. Well, he found me, but I'm the lucky one. I was not stupid enough to say no thanks, please, because I told you right. He was the most polite person I ever met. Most polite person. I don't know how polite is the wrong word to most considerate. It's the wrong word to describe his attitude. You know, it's because it's not polite. It's considerate. I don't know what other adjective to use, but it was this because he was not a pushover, but it was more like, and it wasn't all about me at first glance, right? It was more, even with the interaction with the people around, like it was this sense of consideracy that I haven't met. Now he was put like, I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how to explain this. It's hard to describe because I don't have the adjective, but that was the thing that struck me the most. I was like, oh, look at that. What? We were in our 20s, 20-year-old at the time were idiots. He was not an idiot. Look at that. I know deaf, dumb, and black. Why you gotta say dumb? But he's a pinball wizard. I'm sorry for coughing into the mic. I'm sorry. The casino I worked for in the 90s gave us all a turkey one. They give you a bottle of wine or a glass of wine. Mark, are you serious? A bottle of wine? Where do we go? This is great. Thanksgiving at Mark. Everybody go to Mark for Thanksgiving. What? What? It's amazing. Let's go to the casino. Let's get a bottle of wine. Oh, charm. Oh, yeah, charm. Charm. But it was not deceptive charm. It was like, it was deliberate, attentive. You could tell like you could tell there was purpose behind his actions. To claim me. No, I say that like that. No, because he could easily say, get out of here with your mess. Because I was a mess. I was a control mess, but I was a mess. Yeah, people was it from a Who song. Oh, is it? Okay. They will give you a bottle of wine. Thanksgiving at Mark, guys. Let's go to Mark for Thanksgiving. Oh, 2005. Okay, never mind. Don't go to Mark. There's no more bottle of wine. Yeah, a bottle of wine once a year. Wow, that's so awesome. See, I feel like we need to have more community events in our neighborhoods like that. But because of the crazies and the murderous rampage people out there, we can't do that anymore. I miss those days. I've only experienced a community situation when we lived in West New York, New Jersey, and it was in an apartment building, so it wasn't really the same. But when I moved from New York City to New Jersey, I remember there was so much grass. There was like, oh my God, look! I was so green with ideas, and I was like, whoa, look at all this space! Look at all the grass! Oh my God, people can have picnic. Me and my picnics and parties. Can you imagine if you just invite the whole apartment complex to go have a party outside? And you know what I did? Because I printed flyers, and I was like, I went to people's doors and put it on their door in the apartment complex, and I said, "Come meet us over there, party." I'd bring the booze and the food. Come on, nobody came. No one came. I printed those out because it was the first time I was experienced outdoors like that. Like, wow, look at all this open space and the trees. Wow, and the good weather. I went out and put flyers in people's home. Come on, let's have a little get together. Nobody showed up. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, let's see what you said. New York Presbyterian gave all praise a $50 gift card for Thanksgiving. Okay, let's go to Presbyterian New York, everybody. Oh, we have to be an employee. Oh, darn it. All right. Let's volunteer. Oh my God. That's so funny. Tomorrow I'm drinking. I'm just letting you guys know. We're opening a wine bottle and we're drinking in the afternoon. I don't, please, I'm not promoting anything. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, Chris is making pancakes. I'm opening a bottle of wine. Isn't that crazy? It's the best. And then I'm going to pass out. And then I'll tell you what's going to happen, because then Chris is going to partake, of course. And then Olympia is going to be like, peasants, where are you? Because, you know, she's the boss. Olympia is the queen. And then we're going to end up calling my mother-in-law, come over, please. We're both drinking. Help us. Yeah, so my mother-in-law is going to end up spending the night. Not the night, but spending the evening until we sober up. And I'm going to go in the corner, take a nap. That's probably what's going to happen. So it's going to happen because in my mind, it's like, nope. As soon as we hit that wine, we're going to go like this. Woo! Because we don't drink like that. We're going to be both, oh my God, call your mom. Okay, I'll call her. Mom, we've been drinking. And every time she goes, really? Oh, speaking of my mother-in-law, I tell you, she feeds us, right? Look at me, ungrateful son-in-law. So ungrateful. So, you know, I say thank you to her all the time, but we've gotten used to it that it's become now abnormal when she doesn't feed us, to the point where we get upset. I remember saying, Chris, why are we getting mad? Wait a minute. Because she would feed us for a whole week, you know, gourmet food, by the way, with dessert. Ever since Olympia was born, which, you know, our support system is very strong. And, you know, now Olympia is a little self-sufficient, so she's stopped being consistent with her delivery of food. We used to get, you know, weekly. Now it's like once every 3 weeks. And I remember I was like, did your mom bring food? She's like, no. I was like, oh my God, we have to cook. Yeah. It's like, darn it. And then she was doing FaceTime with Olympia. I go, Mom, where's our food? And she goes, what? I said, you haven't fed us in weeks. She started laughing. She's like, okay. I'm so ungrateful. Sitting there. Where's my food, mother? She's such a good cook. I can't with her. Mother-in-law is the best. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, I remember those days. Not the cover. It's so funny. Mark is so hilarious. They gave gift card instead, but they said that's so messed up, but okay. And then it's not a gift card. Oh my God. Oh, Casino. Yeah, not having kids, let me tell you. I hope it all pays out. Look, ultimate investment. Olympia will be president of the United States. Everybody, calm your fears. Everybody, calm down. Olympia is born. You can all relax. The world is saved. And like, right? I can't believe this is their income. Really? That's so messed up. I mean, yes, they could tax it. Yes. Behind the scene, let me tell you, there is nothing. When a business or a company does something for the benefit of, no, don't believe it. Don't believe it. If they don't get something in return at face value, they get it in return behind the scene on tax cuts. No. That's why I get so. There was this. By the way, there's a my first political video that's gonna come out next week. It's not Trump. I'm sure you've seen it. It's about the Republican from Arkansas or Oklahoma, I believe, who wanted to fight the trade union person. Like, he got up in the middle of Congress, be like, come on. And I was laughing, and I was like, wow, he really got up and was asking to fight him. And the trade union person was like, I'm not getting up. Please, you know how far you are? I'm not getting up. But the congressman was like, get up, I'm gonna beat you up. So yeah, I made a commentary about that because I thought that was really funny and ridiculous. And so that the congressman, the Republican, the congressman was a business person. He was like, "Oh, me and my business." I'm like, you're in it. I mean, he's less than smart because he was talking stuff to pretend like he's a good guy, and I'm sitting there like, you know, oh, you'll see in the video. Oh, it got very quiet. Why did it get quiet at least there? There was nobody here but you to begin with. So shut the F up and stop acting weird. It's because you're the only one who's weird. All right, let's continue. Oh, my throat really hurts. What is going on? Please don't tell me I'm getting sick. I can't take another sickness. I'm so tired of being sick. Oh my God, I'm so tired of being sick. No, it's allergies. It's allergies. It's allergies. I refuse to believe it. It's allergies. I was fine this morning. It's allergies. Okay, let's see. Let's see what Katie said. What did she say? Oh, what's going on? Click on it. Oh, here we are. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, so Katie said, Katie, you're so funny. Katie's so funny. Katie's like, damn, that work gives out prizes like iPads and Bluetooth speaker. So great, really? Really? What kind of prizes? What kind of prizes did they give? Okay, everybody's gonna have to go help sell kittens. I want some prizes. You know what? You know what I give my employees? Nothing. I can't. I just say Happy Thanksgiving. I can't. I feel so terrible. No, I give them nothing. No, I give them like, yeah, I do say Happy Thanksgiving. So what is this? Click. There you go. Yeah, the gender 24 for 2 80-year-olds are actual choices. That's for 80-year-olds that don't fall in the kitchen age as a leader. I know, right? I know. It's coming. It's here though. And I was telling. Oh, I think I told you that. My niece. The political talk is very heavy on campuses. It's not as heavy us the grown-ups because we're old enough to be like, okay, I'm going to tune you out and I'll deal with you, right? We're old enough to do that, but those kids over there in college don't have the brain cells to walk away, so they are very like that. So I had to tell my niece and my nephew. First of all, we had to have a family meeting. We had a family meeting, which I orchestrated. It was among all the young ones, because they're the one with the big mouth, of both families. So, and I said to them, I said, listen, your opinion right now, keep it to yourself because the world is very charged. I can't stop you from sharing what you think, but careful how open you divulge that information because there are crazies out there who will harm you based on what you believe and what you say. So, yeah, everybody keep your mouth shut. That's what I said. Keep your mouth shut, everyone. Keep your mouth shut. They're like, okay, Uncle Alistair, okay. Oh my God. I think I told you guys, right? Like my nieces and nephews are growing. Like the sex hormones are really ridiculous. I was like in my mind, they are still babies, but it does not compute with who I see. I was looking at, of course, Ashley, as you know, I'm like, what the? Put that away. Or I'm looking at my nephews. First of all, they're so tall. So tall. With deep voices. And all they care about is girls. This is a crazy thing, is that Ashley cares about, like traveling and stuff like that, but the boys care about girls. Well, we really are that simple, aren't we? All they care about is girls, and they're like teaming up to hang out with girls. It's insane how they're no longer kids. Oh my God, it's just ridiculous. What's going on? It's nuts. And they have no interest in you as the uncle. They're like, please leave me alone, old man. That's what just says, just as a joke, but he's like, oh, you and your dinosaur values. I said, dinosaurs? He was like, oh, I'll stare your dinosaur values. I was like, excuse me? Because I was talking to him about wearing a condom. He was like, oh, okay, I'll stare your dinosaur values. I was like, what? You boy, you better have a seat. Dinosaur values. No, don't play with me. Like, it was insane. It's so insane how they're growing up. This is going to be a hard adjustment over time. Like, really? I can't understand now midlife crises. I totally get it. I totally get it. The whole world changes around you. Like, it's nothing. I totally get it. Like, by the time Olympia is only 10 years old, look, 10 years old, she's still a goober. 10. You know what? I'm going to be 48. Nuts. And then when she's 20, 58, I can't even breathe. At 58, I'm like, oh, what are we doing? We're going to a graduation. Oh, okay, fine. Like my knees, my back, like, oh my God. It's insane. And even then, she's still a baby. So she's only going to be a grown up when she's 30 something. And I'm going to be how old? Oh, great. 68 years old. Got it. And then I'm like, oh, my job is over. Oh, it's funny how you put things in perspective. It almost makes you want to have kids when you're 11. I'm kidding. Don't have kids at 11. Stop it. No. Don't have kids until you're 50. Okay, no, that's extreme. Don't have kids until you're 30. Yeah. Because even when you're 23 or whatnot, you're still a kid, please. You don't know anything at 23. You start realizing, oh, wow, the world is interesting at 27, 28. Then you can pop a kid. Before that, you don't know anything. Nah. I talk so much shit. You see? Yeah, since time. I hate you. Let me tell you something. Oh, there is a text. How dare you? How dare you, Katie? How dare you? Oh, what does it say? Oh my God, stop. Everything just pops up at once. Wow. Okay. So he didn't say come take care of your allergies. He just says, come up. It's 9:42. Our bedtime is soon. He probably wants to spend some time with me. Yeah, because we had the guests all day. So in the morning, I worked in the morning. I got out of work early. I canceled my last morning client only because I was tired. I got into the house, but I didn't even get a chance to relax because then the phone started ringing, and I was like, "Oh my God, fine." And I was going to edit, and I was like, "Okay, forget it. I don't have the time." And then between that time of the morning when I decided not to edit until our guest came over, Chris was doing shopping, and I had to take care of the dog, pick up the dog poop, pick up the kid because get her out of daycare. By the time all that was done, they were here. So we never really stopped to have a one-on-one today. And so whatever. And then I told Christopher, can I please take like a 1 hour nap before my live? He's like, of course. So I go, I take a 1 hour nap, I wake up. And then of course I was like, oops, I forgot to tell you I need 1 hour to prep. He's like, okay. So I 1 hour to prep, live came on. And right now she's way past sleep. She's gone. She's snoring. And usually, because tomorrow there's no plan of the day, I bet you he wants to spend some time. Not that kind of time. I mean, we're married. What do you think happens? We look at lollipops and bunnies all day? No, we get down, okay? Look, boom. Yeah, you did. You nailed it. I have my phone on silent. Wow, I can't believe it. What time was that sent? What time was that sent? 8:49. Oh, oh, it was sent a while ago. All right. Well, let me just wrap this up. He's probably still awake because I hear the TV from down here. Thank you, Katie. Let's see. I do the last thing. My dad was only 20 years older when we could have a great relationship. By the time I was in my 20s, he wasn't. Yeah. Darn it. This is why I love having. This is why I love having this live stuff, because look at that. We could connect on so many levels. You know, I learned a lot from you. I learned a lot from you guys too, right? Here's the main thing that I learned from you guys, right? Listen, because everybody got issues, everybody got problems, and we all survived it. Wow, we all survived it. Good job, us. Good job, us. Good job, us. Can we, good job, us? Because it could have gone a whole different way, right? It could have gone a whole different way. Haha, you didn't get us. Oh, I mean, yeah, you didn't get us. I'm sure God doesn't want to do that. It's the guide below. You didn't get us. Good job. Okay, kissy face. Oh yeah, kissy faces, of course. Big kisses to you. I'll take care of your mom and yourself. Yes. Oh, my man. Yes, it's so funny. Night night. Oh, thank you so much. Is it over? Yes, it's over. Yes. I will try to have another live, but I don't want to say the date in case my schedule doesn't allow it. I guess it's back to drinking and crying in the mirror. No, don't cry in the mirror. Wait, March of 25. Oops, March of 25. I don't know what that means. Okay. And I love you, Alex. Thank you so much. Thank you a ton, everybody. Of course, like, subscribe. I say that a lot, don't I? But the people who are here already like and subscribe. So thank you. Just a reminder. And I'll see you next time. 1 year. Wonder what next year is going to be like. I try not to think about it, because it's going to be what the hell it's going to be. I stopped putting brain cells into it. What a great journey. Thank you. Goodbye.